Okay, this video was going to have a fun intro sequence, but due to many reasons, I ended up scrapping it. I want this video to be positive. SAR isn't doing great right now, player counts are dwindling, and it just isn't in a great spot. But I'm also not happy with the state of some other games that I play, and I do like what Pixel was trying to do with the Super Animal World update. So in this video, I'm going to suggest ideas that might just help save it for the time being. Ideas like dynamic VR matches, faster unlocks for the social hub equipment and game modes, and some smaller things here and there as well that might help out for the time being. I'm limiting my scope here a bit as I have quite a few ideas and can't fit them all in. I don't want this to come out in a timely manner, but hopefully you'll hear me out as I have quite a bit to say. Got 3 main ideas and then some other miscellaneous stuff. Without further ado, let's begin. Idea number 1, dynamic VR matches. Now, Super Animal Royale has a player count problem, yes? Bots have been covering the game as of recent, and the Super Animal World update has not helped. In fact, it feels worse than ever given that the social hub exists and that both extra gamers are now constantly available at the same time. So, what's my proposition? Well, what I want to propose is that depending on the player count, the scale at which the barrier takes place could adjust accordingly. For example, if it's still a full lobby, it will just have a normal match as it is at the moment. However, if the player count is a bit low for that, and would otherwise end up full of a bunch of bots, you can instead shrink the playable area and create a social match in turn, meaning less bots would be needed to fill the void, and the gameplay experience would hopefully feel better overall. This idea takes inspiration from my Fortnite creative work, in which I've done a lot of trying to make mini VR maps. Long story short, as the creative map genre, it tends to have player count problems, and that's kind of where this idea is originated. If Barrier was to take this sort of approach, it could at the very least improve how fun the gameplay feels for the current players of the game, and possibly keep playing and hopefully make the Barrier feel a bit more alive again. And who knows, mixing the Barrier flow up a bit could help keep players engaged. Idea number 2, let us play House Below already! Translation. Faster unlocks for the social hub, equipment, and game modes. Having to go for roughly 1 hour of tedious quest that essentially just explain how bug catching and fishing works, just to then finally be able to unlock the fun exploration mode, is not fun to say the least. No wonder there's a lack of players on it, as who the hell's going to bother going for all that just for a mode that they might not even know exists. Those who would be interested likely haven't even gotten a chance to try it yet due to how tedious it is to unlock, and this is not great to say the least. Why couldn't we just be handed the stuff on their own devices? House Racing didn't need to be locked behind quest, and neither did the main social club mechanics. Not everyone wants to see a quest pixel. Please fix this. It is simple as granting the tools mode access at the start and reworking some of the text in the main quest. I hope it is. Please, the specifics can be sorted out after the fact. This just needs changing urgently. Please. Idea number 3. Better social features and incentives. The social incentives I have in mind would be things like, say, a DNA bonus, for example, for playing with friends, or say the ability to actually gift things to others, like say you could gift cosmetics via the Carl's Cart shop, or give people fish and bugs, etc. that you get, seeing as you, for whatever reason, cannot do that at the moment, even though you can drop them and put in front of their face, but it doesn't show on their side and they can't pick it up or anything. At least I'd hope people on your team that you could drop them and give it to others. Possibly they could also add like better social profile customization, like say giving another use to the photo booth backgrounds that you can unlock. Because at the moment you can only use it in the photo booth, and I feel like it's a missed opportunity to use it as like a background for your social profile in the game. That could be pretty cool. Another thing could be like weekly community days for like bug catching or fishing, which would increased odds and centralized areas for it, kind of like it's like an outbreak of fish or bugs. Be cool, or even just like a focused quest line that everyone that gets to work on as a community would possibly rewarded at the end of the week, with possibly extra rewards whoever gets the most and whatever. That could definitely be good and bring everyone together, kind of, and do things kind of like how like MMOs and stuff have done things for a while. Because I feel like that's a good way to approach things with the whole Super Animal world that we've got going on right now. I get that vibe from all of it, and I feel like that could be quite fun. Okay, and that's basically it. There's a few other miscellaneous ideas which I'll have in the background, like say being able to make player cosmetics like all default or whatever. But I'm mainly going to use this bit to just quickly talk about how a petition has popped up, hashtag make Star great again, by the creator DJ Jay-Z. And I put some screenshots on screen of the thing. If you want to go support it, you can. From what I heard, it's more quite upset to the point where it probably wants to revert it entirely, which I wouldn't put it that far. But mostly this is for sort of making the game hopefully better, and people aren't happy with the update. And so, if you want to support that, and you can, that's going to be linked there. Also, feel free to comment below if you have any other things you think the game could do with changing, or ever other complaints. I feel like we could collect all the things up in one spot. That'd be good. So I don't know, a bunch of other stuff around here and there. There's a lot that could be said about it. So yeah, anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you all in the next one, hopefully. Adios, amigos.